So I was watching you guys drill. You guys look awesome taking the back. So I'm gonna work some basic stuff from the back here. I'm not gonna go too much from hand fighting from the back. I want us to work on like finishing. So I have Stuart sitting in the back here. So, right, like the rule of thumb they say is like don't cross your feet. Cross your feet. It's okay. Just be aware, right? You don't not have to do it. Just always be aware of what's going on. One detail I learned is that it's like safer to cross your feet when both your bellies are down versus when both your bellies are up. That he has the opportunity to lock my ankles here with his legs, especially Stuart's really flexible. Okay, so if you notice when I lock my feet here, Stuart went. I'm gonna do it, but like one leg is I extend one leg higher than the other because even if he locks his legs here, I don't feel at risk. But if my feet stay like connected at close guard, this is where it's like an issue. And then it's like inside heel hooks on your ankles, right? Because going to release, because he's pushing my foot outward. So if you feel you're crossing your feet and you feel them threatening it, bring one leg down. Okay, because then again, if he locks his feet, that'd be a lot, you're not going to get as much in danger. And I want you guys to feel it, okay? So again, it's okay to cross your feet, just be cautious and attentive to what your partner's doing. And again, another thing too, if both your bellies are facing up, the likeliness of him crossing over your ankles is higher versus when your belly down. It's easier for you to maintain control, right? So for visual, I have Stuart do it to me. So, because I'm going to show you a reason why. So if we're here, even if like I'm on him here, like this, I can like lock here, right? Versus if we're both belly down, how am I going to lock his feet, right? Even too if I'm in like a big turtle, how am I going to lock his feet? So that's one thing I want you guys to keep in mind when you guys are on the back, okay? Okay, so when you guys are in the back, okay, I like to have my elbow in front of the chest here to prevent my partner from rotating, okay? Now, there's multiple ways to have the seatbelt. You can grab the collar because you may have a transition from here, taking the back, you're passing the guard, the turtle, and you have the seatbelt here with just the harness. Another way too, they have the choking hand is on top, right? Or the other way, the choking hand is covered. Because this one was like typically the one that we all learned is like where you choking hand on bottom, underhook on top, because when they are going to attack the top hand, peel this off, then this is available to go for the choke, okay? My left arm, the overhook, okay? If I have it here, it's not wrong to have it here, but for control purposes, I like to have my elbow again on the front part of his chest to then bring his shoulder back. So now if Stuart tries to turn away, I have control here, okay? Now, attack options are higher when you have more chances of attacking when you attack on the underhook side versus the overhook side, okay? Because right here, if I go, let's rotate this way. Right here, if I have on the pull on this side, I have this grip on the collar, but that's pretty much it. I can't go for an arm bar because my leg is stuck. I can't go for Ezekiel unless I move a little more. So let's go back up. Versus if I fall to this side, right, and I'm here, I can attack the choke. It's easier for me to then trap this arm. I can go for the arm bar. I can then slide him down a little bit, go for reverse triangles. A lot more options when you guys are on the underhook side. So, I want to talk about what I see more often than not is we have this grip here, okay, a bow and arrow grip. I'm crossing, okay? So once I'm here, if you need to adjust, and again, try to have like your head like a backpack on him here. Chest to scap always, okay? Now, again, we're just gonna focus on like the finishing. We're not gonna worry about like setups or stuff like that because a lot of the times you guys get here often. So whenever I'm in this choking position, I try not to have his lapel flat like this. I like to have it folded so I have a really nice grip here. And I want you guys again to feel the difference versus here and the fold, okay? So if you guys grab your own gi, I notice some of you guys are grabbing already. You'll feel the difference in like power here, okay? So, I'm here, I get the grip. I'm not going deep all the way, And since we're here already, we mentioned it before, is when you guys are going for the rear naked choke, right? Of course, elbow deep underneath the head or jaw, but I don't do an elephant trunk here, because then he can then do that, or he can then control my arm, and then I slide that, and then now he can start bringing his arm over, or go back, or he's here. Now he can start looking to the left, to the elbow, other way, and then now slide out to your right. This way. Yeah. Okay. So, that's why once you're here, if you have this here, you can grab your own collar, your choking hand can grab the trap, you retract this here and you cover it. And again, I'm not going like this. I don't do an elephant trunk. I snake it behind, and now I can then squeeze, okay? I don't want to extend here, I want to lock it down and rotate. So that's one finishing mechanic from the back that we can just, you guys can work on. The rear naked choke, okay? You grab your collar, which is one of my favorites, because they're all like, even if he tries to grab my hand, I can use my hand over and peel this down, okay? And then again, you can go can opener grip to then the back here. So, I'm here, I fold the collar. It doesn't have to be really deep, okay? I try to have my thumb like on the opposite side of the jaw here, not too low, because I know we're gonna fall to one side. Because a lot of the time here, if I have this position, more than likely than not, they're gonna fall to, which side would you fall to? See, he's gonna fall this way, right? So, once you're here, this is really important. Like, I see this so often, and it's not that, like, you guys, you know what, let's just say, it's a mistake, all right? So, we're here. So, you're here. Let's say I fall, we both fall to this side, right? And then we get to here, and then you guys do this. Yeah, guilty. All right? So, when you guys are falling to here, I want you to remember too, the choke is not on the trachea, right? It's on these two blood vessels here, right? You're constricting down. You want to close here, right? Because if I hit his trachea, he's not gonna, it's like, you want to choke them, you want to put them to sleep, okay? This is just gonna hurt their throat, right? I want to close the blood flow to the brain to put them to sleep, right? Again, I remind you that when you're trying to do a submission, when you're strangling them, you want to put them to sleep. When you're doing like a limb lock, you want to break the bone, okay? I won't do that to you, Stuart. Come on. So I'm here, I fold the lapel, and I have a nice here. Now, more likely than not, they're going to try and control this elbow and tricep and fall to this side. Okay, notice I'm still trapping here, and I keep my head shelved. Okay? Now, once I'm here, I only do I do a back extension rather than like going like this, but sometimes you're going to have to get some chest exposure. But you see this little space here? I need to close this space. So how do I do that? I sit up to my elbow. Now the space is erased. Okay? This is what I want you guys to focus on today, is sitting onto your elbow. Now, once I'm here, I'm not going to squeeze with my left hand. It's my right hand I'm going to do a lot of force with. Okay? Another thing too, I don't want my wrist into extension. I want to keep my wrist neutral and turn on the car a little bit. I'm just turning on the car right here. Because now it's going to tighten up the side of his right side of his neck. Okay? So once I'm here, now I want you guys to try and finish from here by just turning on the car, and then look at my right hand. And then I turn here. Okay? Versus this, just walk your legs to your left and bring your head inside the pocket. Right? And you guys lose the back. Okay? Because if it's low here, okay? When your partner's fighting it, try not to let them grab above the hands here on the collar, right? Because now it's going to stop me from getting it higher. So whenever you're here, try to bring your hand up and then invite them to grab this collar here. So then they think they can then take out the slack to try and defend it, but then it makes it tighter on their part. Now right here too, you guys can grab the wrist, fall to that side. But as soon as you guys fall this way, don't fall on your tricep, fall on the tip of your elbow, okay? And I'm letting go here, just so Stuart doesn't go to sleep, okay? Because once I'm here, now I want you guys to finish here first, okay? Now even two, you can do your 3 fingers here, right? The thumb is here, your pinky can be out or behind. Because now if I do this, sometimes if they pull the collar, it's a lot of tension on the pinky. So I want like 3 fingers in. Now if he does it, it's difficult for him to break that grip, okay? Now another thing I like to do too is as I'm here and I'm going here, I bring my chest into him, right? And another thing too I like to do, I invite him to escape the mount. But before I do that, right, go back. I want my top hook to go to the other side first because I want him in between my legs. Now as I take off this hook, I'm keeping chest to scap the whole time. You can go here and then chest down and then bring your knees high and then sprawl on him here. Because even if you do that and your heel is across the body, if we continue to roll, now my leg can go over his shoulders. And now I can finish here. I don't extend, I pinch my knees in and then I finish. You guys can also transition to the arm bar or the triangle here. Okay, it's up to you. All right. That's like, we do a lot of movement, right? But today I want us to really chill out and then choke each other out. So we're here, okay? If you feel your partner is going to the right, by the way, I feel like it's easy to keep them to this side, okay? Because this overhook, this shoulder over can go here. And then again, I want you guys to fall to the tricep first, just for the sake of the rep. Now as you chest escape, you're gonna cinch it up here. Now get a tap here, bring it over, chest forward. Now if you don't roll, if he falls here, keep pressure forward, bring your knee behind, rest him on your lap. Okay, sorry dude. Rest him on your lap, and then now, I don't fall back, because then there's this exposure. I sit to my right side. Leg can go over and trap. If I don't have the arm here, that's fine. I can step on the hips, lowering him down, and then giving me higher than him. You can grab your shin, go triangle. You can go wrist lock. You can extend into the arm. You can adjust here. Okay. One more thing too is the clock choke. And then look, I bring my heel to my butt so I can start picking myself up, bringing myself high, going to the clock choke here, finishing, or you can then jump over, same mechanics, getting to here. Don't like stretch yourself away, pinch your knees in, and then finish. Okay? Cool? Questions? No? Again, fall to your tricep first, okay? And then sit up to your elbow. You want to erase the space. What's up?
Yeah. Sorry. Tell the details for finishing this one.
Yeah, so I don't want to have the back of my wrist, right? Because this is like neutral position. I don't want like this part of your wrist on the neck. I want this part. And you want to close the carotid here. Okay? And again, don't stretch. Cinch it in. Because it's like if I'm in like close guard and I have my thumb in the collar and I go to like here, it's not like this to finish. It's like closing and then you're neutralizing the wrist and then you're squeezing here, right? It's a lot of reps to get used to like closing the wrist and then bringing it in and then squeezing. Because look, if I go here, it's choking him, but look at my right hand's gonna move, okay? So I'll neutral. Now my right wrist is going here. Okay? Thank you, Stu. Alright. Cool? Let's go. 1, 2, 3.